translation. Now, you know, there is a story uh, about how Muhammad first time he received his inspiration. First of all, let me share with you the reference so you can read it by your own. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 6982. If you want to search in English, volume 9, book 87, hadith number 111. However, the best way always to find something, if you are not sure how to find it, because numbers can be changed, we are not reading the accurate original one, we are reading translation. So you can just remember, or let us say you can copy few words of those. Just you need to have a good memory of the story. Okay, like let's say you memorize, it says while he was in the cave of Hirah, and you search it in the search engine, then you will find it as fast as you want. Now, according to this story, there is someone who came to Muhammad, he squeezed him 3 times and he told him recite. Muslim, they say iqra mean read, which is very stupid to say, because if you know, actually for me, I believe that this is the correct meaning, by the way. Iqra mean read, all right? But according to the story, that's very stupid to say, because the angel, he did not come to him as an angel, number one. He did not give him anything to read. So what do you mean it mean read? So obviously the one who wrote the story is reading from the Aramaic, language, and he took the word as it is, iqra, and he used it in Arabic, and Arabic is nothing but a born language of the Aramaic. He told him iqra. Iqra is coming from qara, which means qarra wara'a. He saw in his eyes and he say in his lips whatever he saw. So it is about saying in your lips what you see in your eyes, reading. As simple as that. So actually it is 2 words, not 1 word. It is qarra wara'a. Qarra, he say, ra'a, he saw. So when he came to him, he told him iqra, which means read, but Muhammad, he said to him, I cannot read. And this is a very wrong answer, because Muhammad should say to him what I should read. However, many of the Muslim smart scholars, they say the fact he was saying to him ma ana biqari, which means what I should read. And this is a proof that the Muslims, when they say that Muhammad was illiterate, it was false. Actually, we can prove it in many ways, but this is not our topic for now. If you go down here, you will see the story get involved with a man. His name is Waraqa bin Nawfal. Waraqa ibn Nawfal. Waraqa bin Nawfal is a relative to Khadija. He is relative to Khadija. All right. Look what they say about Waraqa bin Nawfal. His name, Waraqa bin Nawfal bin Asad bin Abdul Uzza bin Qusay. So he have the same grandfather of Muhammad, the grandfather. Waraqa was the son of etc. her uncle, which means to Khadija, i.e. her father brother, who during the pre-Islamic period became a Nasara. You see here it says Christian. This is false translation. It is Nasara. If you go here in Arabic, it says وَكَانَ إِمْرَأً تَنَصَّرَ فِي الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ. تَنَصَّرَ, which means he became Nasara, not Christian, as we say. This is why I say that everyone around Muhammad was Nasara. Actually, even Khadija herself, she was Nasara. Why? She is already from the family of Waraqa, and usually this is a family belief. The whole convert to the same thing. So when they believe in idol, they worship the whole idol like together as a family, and then like start with one person and then the rest they join. Now Waraqa is an old man, and he became Nasara. Then he said, look what it says here. After he became a Nasara, he used to write in Arabic, writing and used to write of the gospel in Arabic as much as Allah wished him to write. Wow, that's fantastic. Waraqa is a blessed man by all the mean of Islam. Nobody in Islam dare to say Waraqa will go to hell. Here we have Waraqa is translating what the Muslim consider the book of the Christians from the original language to Arabic. That is, my friend, the Quran. It was not a translation, actually. It was a summary of the cult of what they called Nasara. That is the book of Nasara in Arabic. That is not the gospel. All right? If you hear, you see, it says, وكان يكتب الكتاب العربية فيكتب بالعربية من الإنجيل ما شاء الله أن يكتب. And وكان شيخا كبيرا قد عمي. And he became a very old and he became blind. And here I have a question, how somebody is blind but he's writing this, you know? And that will make me think that Muhammad was a person who used to write for him. How he is old and he is blind and he is writing a book? That's impossible. And I mean it, impossible. You know, like today, you can you can get a special keyboard, and this keyboard they have like letters which you can touch with your hand and you can recognize them. Uh, but even if you do that, actually, you know, you need somebody to correct for you because you might miss a letter, you might miss typing, you might etc. It's not easy for someone he is blind. Even with computers and technology today, you can activate the voice, etc. to like sometimes I type things in YouTube with using my voice, but it come wrong. You know, like Trump, it come like with B instead of P, etc. So uh, how a person he is blind and he is writing. So there is something fishy in this story. However, what is important for us that this man he was translating the gospel. Question, Muslims, he was translating the corrupt gospel or he was translating the accurate one? If the Muslim they want to say to us he was translating the accurate one, it's mean Islam all of it is a shish kebab. For the whole debate of Shabir Ali trying to prove to us that Injil is already corrupt before Muhammad. If he is translating the corrupt one, this is a disaster because Muhammad he came to someone he is a corrupt, translating the corruption, helping the devil to spread lies, to tell him that you are a prophet. For remember, the one who told Muhammad first time you are a prophet for sure, it was Waraqa. And not only this, when Waraqa he died, when Waraqa he died, Muhammad he tried to commit suicide. Waraqa died in the divine inspiration, and this is the proof that the book of Waraqa is what is a divine inspiration. This is the book of the Nasara, which is the Quran. Also paused for a while, and the Prophet became so sad. So as we heard that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of the high mountains, and every time he went up to the top of the mountain in order to throw himself, Jibreel would appear before him and say, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah messenger." So what the reason for Muhammad trying to commit suicide? He do not believe himself that he is a prophet of God. And here I find it very funny that Muhammad trying to commit suicide when he later in different hadith he said the one who throw himself from the top of mountain he will end in hellfire. But yet he himself is trying to commit suicide many times. Read with me. This is not my translation. You will see it says here, after he became sad, we have heard that he intended several times. You see it? Several times Muhammad intended to kill himself by throwing himself from the top of the high mountain. This means Muhammad was suffering from the depression for a very long time, because this is not about one time, several times. For how long we do not know. The story does not, it doesn't mention, but it's very clear that this is something happened many times, and each time Muhammad he tried to throw himself from the top of the mountain, Jibreel he come to him, he said to him, indeed you are a messenger of Allah, which means the problem was Muhammad he don't trust himself to be a prophet of Allah, and he decided to commit suicide because he think this is not true, he is a false prophet, or he is seeing an illusion, or he is sick-minded, or he have a problem. And the funny, we notice here that the divine inspiration paused after the death of Waraqa. And they are saying that. And after a few days, Waraqa died and the divine inspiration was paused. So there is a connection between the death of Waraqa and the divine stop. So what I believe what happened here, Muhammad was so desperate, how is going to make Quran? Waraqa is dead. What I can do? How I'm going to give them inspiration? How I'm going to say a Quran to those people who they are waiting for me? I'm a prophet now. So he tried to commit suicide. And then I believe Muhammad he got to an idea, you know what, Waraqa he left a lot of writing. What about I use the Waraqa of writing for whatever coming, and that will fix the problem. But for sure that will not be enough. So Muhammad still have to make his own Quran. This is why if you see the Quran, you will see the writing of the Quran have many level of language standard. As an example, if I write, like I have a book and Shakespeare have a book. If we take one page from Shakespeare and one page from my book, there is no way you will not discover which one is my page and which one is the page of Shakespeare, right? You will see how strong the language of Shakespeare in English and how far I am from being even close to Shakespeare in any mean. And this is how you will see the same in the Quran. You will see the Quran have a very stupid language, and some places have a very good standard of Arabic language. But most of it is stupid, unbelievable how stupid. That was the Quran made by Muhammad. The one was with a strong language, it was done by Waraqa. But the important for us here, as long Muhammad story include a story about Waraqa translating the gospel in the time of Muhammad. That's mean this story confirming a true gospel was in the hand of Waraqa. And that is the gospel of the Nasara. So the Muslims are speaking about the book of the Nasara changed, and this is not our book anyway. According to the Quran, this is the book of Allah. And that will come with the dilemma of how you explain to me that the one who told your prophet, you are a prophet, indeed, the one who have the knowledge of the word of God, he is translating a fabricated book. If he say it's not fabricated, it's mean the whole story of Islam is false. So whatever they say is going to be a problem. In chapter 5 verse 44, which obviously prove that Allah is not a true God and Allah is a stupid creature who wrote a book. He is a human and Allah does not exist. And whoever that human is, he is Waraqa, he is Muhammad, is not intelligent. And before I forget, by the way, like the idea of a debate in Islam is not exist. I don't know if you know that according to Islam, you should not debate the way they do it. Like Shabir Ali, he stand in the stage and he say whatever he say. According to Quran, you should uh, the debate is about cursing. In chapter 3, verse number 61, it says, if there is two people they are disputing or two group, Christians and Muslims or whatever, and this is by the way a story about a true Christians, not Nasara. They came to Muhammad from Ethiopia. Again, not Nasara. Christians came to Muhammad from Ethiopia to debate him. Look what Muhammad he said to them, the coward. But whoever dispute with you in the matter, in this matter, after what has come to you with of knowledge. Okay, the knowledge come to Muhammad, not to me. So what about Muhammad sharing his knowledge? No, look at the answer. Then say, come, let us call our sons and your sons, our women and your women, our near people and your people, and let us in rest in a prayer and the pray for the curse of Allah of the liars on the liars. What? A debate of cursing? So according to Islam, what David Wood and Shabir Ali should do is we give the mic to Shabir Ali in the stage. Shabir Ali will say the following: if I am lying, may Allah cut my nose and make the van of my car close on my finger. Your turn. Then David Wood, he should take the mic and say, if I am lying, may Allah break my computer. Your turn. And then Shabir Ali will take the mic. Okay, you know what? If I am lying, may Allah broke my glasses. The turn. Come on, this is the debate of Islam. Muslims are not truthful people even when they debate. However, I never saw a Muslim here really debate. I want you guys to download my video if you believe that my videos are trustworthy and they are worthy of downloading, and you think they are really kind of full of knowledge and they give you something you never heard before. And I will be happy to see people copying it from me. I am not a jealous man. I have no problem of people copying my videos, using my videos, and I have no problem whatsoever with it. All right? I don't do things for my own glory. I do it for the glory of my Lord.